Once again, sacred and beautiful morning to one and all present here, the students, chief guest, head of the department, and beloved faculty members. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. Today's orientation program, titled as Aim to Fly High, I entice our head of the department, Professor R. Singara Vadivelu sir, to welcome the chief guest.
Thank you, madam. Respected Dr. Senthilkumar sir, dear students and my faculty friends, very good morning to all of you. And we are meeting in the second session. The first session, the students enjoyed the value-added courses, and our Madam Malika Madam has explained very well. And now our Dr. Senthilkumar sir is the head of the department from in Aeronautics department in the Nehru Institute of Engineering and Technology, our sister college. Sir is having a wide experience and serving as a head of the department for many long years. Now sir will take a session. Sir will give you lot of value points about your career and about your courses, and he will motivate you very well. Sir, Senthilkumar sir. Senthilkumar sir. Sir, you have to unmute, sir. Dr. Senthilkumar sir, you have to unmute.
Sir, hope I'm audible, sir.
Okay, now he's audible, sir. Sir, Senthilkumar sir, welcome to our program, and our students, almost about 125, 100 people in the Google Meet, and another few students are there in the YouTube also. Yes, and you can give your valuable things, and the students will get enjoyed, sir. Welcome you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request Mr. Tamburaj sir, Assistant Professor, to explain the chief guest credentials.
A pleasant morning to everyone present here. It is such an honor to have a vibrant personality as our resource person today. Dr. B.R.Senthilkumar is a professor and head of the Aero Department of Nehru Institute of Engineering and Technology. He has more than 21 years of teaching experience. He has also published 13 papers in national and international journals. He has attended and organized 26 workshops. Being a research coordinator and mentor, Sir and his team of students have received TST funds of 2.5 lakhs through New Gen IETC at NGI. As a coordinator of the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Club, he has visited schools in Tamil Nadu and Kerala for motivating and encouraging the school students. As a HOD from 2009 to till date in Aero Department, Sir has produced many university ranks. It is a really honor for our students to have such a resource person with experience. We wholeheartedly welcome you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Tamburaj, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Sir, shall we start the session, sir?
Yes,
Now
sir.
session is yours, sir.
Yes, yes sir. Thank you. A warm welcome to dear students of, we usually say it's our, mother place. That is, you are all going to join into the head office campus. We call it as NCAAS, Nehru College of Aeronautics and Applied Sciences. So I'm very happy this morning to be part of this program. Basically, as a teacher, as well as an head of the department of our own institution, Nehru Group of Institution, Nehru Institute of Engineering and Technology. First of all, I'm thankful to the organizers, Dean Balaji sir, Professor Singhavelu sir, and the coordinators. And I'm also thankful to our management, our beloved CEO and Secretary, Dr. B.R.Senthilkumar sir, for motivating each one of us to share our knowledge to the young engineers or budding engineers who will serve for the country and almost all over the world in future. And with these words, we'll go into the session. So, dear students, as read by Professor that a small introduction about me, I always wanted my students to be completely interactive in the class as well as in the general campus also. Because nowadays, the knowledge is gained double, twofold only when you discuss what you have in your mind with others. When you don't discuss, keeping with you, you will remain as it is. Of course, for a point of time, it will vanish from your mind also. Why? Because when you have some idea, even for traveling in a bus, you have some idea that let's go and have a seat earlier, 5 minutes before, the starting of the bus. That's an idea. Of course, sitting in the bus, you can travel to a distance, say about 10 kilometers. You and your friend will going. Your views and your friend views will completely differ. Why? Because the perspective of looking into even a building you see, it's more attractive because outside it was built up in such a way. Or a common, suppose for example, a four-wheeler parked on the roadside. You look in a different perspective, your friend will look in different perspective. So the purpose is that every minute our mind keep on changing. Okay, and all of you are very young enough. Just now you have finished your +2, okay, pre-degree, maybe from different parts of the country. And I'm so happy that our Nehru group of institutions will have number of students from different states. That is the reason we have the logo called Molding True Citizen. It's such a logo which will emphasize that Nehru group is dedicated to mold true citizens of India. Okay, so in this perspective, I'll just move on for the first slide. I've just put it as engineer. Okay, no specific. They're all common. It is engineer. And in that slide, ma'am, hope the slide is not, yeah, fine. It is, the one word, engineering is the answer to any predicament. You're all students. You can Google immediately with your own mobile phone and find out what is the meaning for this. It's only a sharing of information. This word is such that, suppose I have a small problem in my house. All of a sudden the electricity, the power is off. What generally you look for? For example, if it is off the whole house, it is general consensus that psychology, we will again go knock the door of the next house and see that whether electricity is, the power is on in that house. Why? Because it's a common supply from the government grid, right? By chance, if you look into the next house, its power is on. Okay. Obviously, what is your mind says? Oh, it's okay. It's only the problem in our house. So you have to find a small wire, say copper wire. You'll have to check it in the, say, meter board. I mean, send the electric power connection, main board. You will have to check out that switch box and find it inside whether anything worn out or not. This is basically happens. Suppose it's worn out. What is your idea? You will have to fix up with a new wire, right? The idea is that when you face a problem only, you will get a solution. Hope I'm right. And also I need you to, anything you can post in the chat box. Sir, yes, answers. Any answer is welcome. This predicament is such that regarding any scientific and technical working of the tools, your screwdriver is a tool, your cutting plier is a tool, keep your mind very sharp. And for which, most important, I'll quote the best example of your own professor, that is Professor Singarvelu sir, who's our own good friend for many years. It is said that somebody gets up early in the morning, the mind will be very fresh. And best example is the professor. Okay, so getting up early in the morning, in the sense, will be all quiet and calm in your room, in your house. When you come out, it's like the atmosphere is so clean, dust free, so you can have a lot of thinking in your mind. So this is how the day starts. As a student, when you encounter or like face some few problems, you'll have some finding some solutions. Right? Like this, our students from NGI have done excellent work in their career by different ideas created by them in the course of study. Okay, you may be joined aircraft maintenance engineering, or you might be joined in the BS Aero or BBA Aviation. Any course, for example, you have your own course of studies for which a lot of preliminary work can be done by you. It's not like previous days when we were studying. It is something totally different. We wanted everything to be spoon-fed for us. We go behind teachers, we ask our friends to get a textbook. Also, we need somebody to help us. Nowadays, everything under your palm. With a matter of 5 to 10 minutes, the whole world it's like controlling everything. Because media, your mobile phone, accessibility for so many things you can do it. So predicament is something when you encounter a problem, you want to solve it. Because if you feel you cannot come out of the problem, you are stuck. Right? So this is my starting point of asking you, are you ready to face a problem? Of course, success matters. Failure is also should be experienced. Without failure, nobody in the world is become successful. Ma'am, next slide, ma'am, please. Yeah. Now, but the topic of the program, itself is aim to fly high. This is for a word used for anybody in the country, specifically for the students who are joined any course related to the aviation field. When we say aviation field, it is related for everything, right from your airport tickets, flying attendance to everything it goes. I'm not going to the subject. As I told you, I wanted interaction with you to just enlighten or share the thoughts of the experience what we have. I'm not going to read it like a book or sentence like this. It is flying high, for which the proportion of middle income households, healthy competition among low cost carriers, infrastructure build up and airports, etc., will be almost the double or many times it's multiplied by 2024. Why I wanted to share this particular lines of sentences for you, because please imagine now you have joined an institution, you will have to learn for another 2 or 3 years. You have to learn all possible subject knowledge, practical knowledge. Whenever possible, please check the general information shared by the government, the media about the opportunities outside. And as on date, with the subject knowledge alone, scoring good percentage of results will not be able to sustain. You can get a job, but sustainability is a matter. It takes a long time, for which you should have an idea, a vision. Vision means after 3 years, what I'm going to be. For example, some name Abdul Rahman and Abirami, Abisha Abi, and Abhishek, Parameshwar, Ajit. I'm just taking a few names. Then after 3 years, end of 3 years, where will be Ajit? Where will be Akalia Bharati? Where is Akshaya Ravikumar? Is a question, and it's $1,000 question. Of course, your professor, dean sir, your staff members, everybody will waiting for a call after 3 years to know that where are my students. Because any point of year, after 20 years or 30 years, you are students for us as a teacher, right? So this is the idea. You will have to have it in mind. Where I'm going to travel? What is my roadmap? What is my plan? And where I am now? What should I do? Ma'am, next slide, ma'am. Hello?
Madam, once again, madam.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. It's coming. So engineers are the builders and designers of the world. See these two words, building and designing. When you are sitting in your classroom, your faculty member is going to draw a small diagram on the board. It may be related to your turbine blades or any single component of your engine, aircraft engine, or anything of your, right from your nose cone to the tail end, whatever in the aircraft. It is just a two-dimensional view. What is your perception? How do you perceive that? How interested you are to know that? And how do you take it back in your mind in the evening when you prepare for the next day? So getting a degree alone is not a way of saying that I'm qualified, it's all over. So thinking should start. Your thinking have to start with the regular procedure along with the degree what you're acquiring the knowledge. Yes, ma'am, next slide, ma'am. Hello? Ma'am, next slide. Hello, ma'am. Yeah, thank you. Now, the professional doctor profession, engineer profession, mechanic profession. Somebody sitting in a shop to sell something, it's a profession. Nowadays, how you are looking into the problem, in what way you solve the problem, how does it helps others, the society, the people, of course the country. It is the need of or the benefit for the mankind. It is very important. I just want madam to play. Madam, can you play that Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir video?
Yes, sir. 1 second, sir. Let me change the settings.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Yeah, ma'am. Okay. Students, I wanted to just yes, this video. Is it audible, ma'am? You can hear the voice, or I think
Yeah, audible, sir. Audible, very well audible.
Yes, sir. Abdul Kalam sir's speech. I just want student to hear a few words. Of course, it's a lengthy video. We just want few things. But I think the voice is not video voice is not clear. Is it? We can stop it, no problem. It is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the most famous Indian of the 21st century, okay, addressing students in a different education institution, sharing his thoughts about what actually a failure means. Ma'am, hope the video cannot be played because with the voice is the problem. Is it so, ma'am? Hello? Madam? Madam? Hello, ma'am? Oh, fine, madam. Okay, no problem. So, dear students, I just wanted that video. You can even type in Google and take it. Failure in life, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam addressing students. I tell you the purpose of that particular video. In Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, okay, when it is 1979, when APJ Abdul Kalam was also the one of the senior most scientists working for space research, okay, the missile man of India, as you all know. There was a problem happened when Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was a senior scientist working for ISRO. In that time, that project has become a failure. Space, that is again like rocket, okay, aviation. Then the failure happened. For that, sir is addressing what was told by his own leader. Okay, it is simple message such that it was from your mistakes, accept the problems daily you face, and come in, look into different positive side of that problem, try to solve that problem, share all your problems with your parents, basically mother and father, whatever possible level, of course with your friends, and overcome. So it is going to become a complete benefit for the mankind. Yeah. Now the role not only to benefit the society of the society itself. A simple question to all the students: you are all completely into the aviation field. Another 3 years, you'll be with the flying colors, with the brand name of NGI. You will be sitting in somewhere part of the world. I wish. But you tell me, the idea behind the subject knowledge is such that first very well.
My parents' house in Chennai, reading about the invention of the transistor at Bell Labs. Of course, that initial invention helped found what became known as Silicon Valley, and out of that came companies like Fairchild Semiconductor and Intel, and all the computers and software that we all use today. You can draw a direct line from that invention to the technology that powers your Twitter feed or your WeChat messages today. A lot of times when I was younger, people would say, this person didn't get into this college or something, and that's the end of the road. I mean, life is so different from that. And so I think it's important to, keep your hopes, keep your dreams, and try to follow them. And I think most of how life plays out is up to you, not up to what happens outside of you. And I think it's important to keep that in mind. I still vividly remember as a teenager jumping onto a crowded train, and that opportunity changed the course of my life. You want to aim high enough that you fail, a few times. I think that's the natural part of the process. In fact, Larry used to say, if you work on really difficult things, you're better off problem. And even if you fail, you end up doing something great in the process. I think, working the real world, I would say, it is important to be well-rounded. It's important to, try different things. Take some risks. I would encourage people to, follow their passions a little bit more, to follow set lanes throughout your career. Getting into an elite institution doesn't guarantee success. It matters a lot, but it doesn't guarantee success. And I think it's important to keep that perspective in life. And life's a long road, and so you want to take it at the right pace and enjoy what you're doing. I know how much hard work it takes to pursue your dream of building a business. The long hours, time away from family, the ideas you know are brilliant that just don't seem to catch on. I remember reading about that and thinking, it's the idea that matters. It didn't matter where you come from or what your background is. One revolutionary idea, one brilliant invention can unleash other entrepreneurs to revolutionize industries in ways you could never predict.
Thank you, ma'am. Students, the last, that in that video, keep pushing your limits. Never ever think that you are being limited or your work is over, your job is over. All over the world, every success person, the stories, if you check it, I would happily quote our CEO, sir, Dr. P. Kumar, sir. Okay? That inspiration for all the thousands of teachers working for Nehru Group of Institutions. Sundar Pichai is that word of never limit. Don't limit. You please keep on going. Ma'am, next slide, ma'am. Ma'am, I can continue, right? Timing, any problem? Any specific timing you have? So that we'll manage according to that.
Sir, no problem, sir. You can do it.
Okay. Thank you. Madam, next slide, ma'am. Okay. Ma'am, okay, let it be, no problem. So engineering, I'm again going to quote this, this particular slide you can see, dear students. 21% between 2010 to 25. See, these geologists can expect job growth, engineering geologists. Please understand, geology is not a specific subject related for particular field alone. Your thought process, your knowledge is so important such that when you are coming out after 3 years of your course, there will be a lot of changes happening in the outside world, especially in the aviation field, suppose. You will be required or with the skills and knowledges that is needed. And today morning, I have a poster from our own Nehru Group of Institutions that students have placed immediately after the specific course, IATA, from NCAAS. Why I'm telling this word? So according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, by 2025, there will be 21% of surge in the jobs. Surge means double, it's increasing. So please plan yourself. Again, I told you the previous slides, what you have to do, how good you're learning things, what skills you have to develop. And of course, when you develop something, you need to share to others. How do you share it? Language is a matter. I don't want you to say that only English is a language or communication, nothing. You learn something, how do you converse with others? That is more important. Ma'am, next slide. Okay. Fine. Now, this involves all the concepts, your studies and reasoning, and can be a great choice for anyone who wants to leave a mark. The last sentence. As I told you, it is not a classroom so that I will ask you to read every sentence. It's only a discussion forum. Okay. As any student, I need not name Dharani, Divya Shankar, okay, and Cornelius, okay, Vivishika, like that. Anybody who wanted to leave a mark, what do you mean by leaving a mark within yourself? A student studying in second year aeronautical engineering, whatever it is, I mean student means whole NGA group, fine, who has planned for a small innovation which is stuck in mind. He called his friend and asked, shall we plan for a small project, a mini project? About what? about learning the failures of engine, not about aircraft engine, two-wheeler engine. That student is no way connected to a mechanical field branch or say AME or for any aviation field. He is just a normal student of other branch. Example, ECE, Electronics Communication Engineering. And other friends said, how do we learn it? Because it's all related to the mechanical field. For example, we should know the manufacturing process and what is the different types of testing happens in that. How do we learn it? What is said, you will get permission from the HOD, professors, and we'll meet the different branch students and learn it. Believe me, in 1.5 years, he has met all 5 branches, whichever the knowledge is required. I'm telling skills. For example, you need electrical student for what? To know the purpose, the problems faced when the power is being supplied. What sort of problem you encounter when that particular work they are doing it. You need electronics engineer, again himself is an electronics student, understand the basics of the sensors or other components is using. Of course, mechanical engineering student to give you an idea about what are the strength, different properties. Versus in your aircraft engine, there are thousands of components. You have to understand every different work what you're doing. You are going to be a master in that. Of course, when you have been hired for a job, they'll be simply asking you very basic steps of the subject knowledge. They will not be asking the so-called, the present day technology, what happened, what knowledge you have. It's only that what you possess, that basic knowledge, and you want to leave a mark in the sense, in the studying 3 years of course itself, you should think differently, perceive many things, try to learn other allied subjects. For example, mathematics you're studying manufacturing process, maybe studying the maintenance area also. Everything you should have a knowledge. So that try to have small project, a minute small project, and try to develop it on your name, and that is the mark. Ma'am, next slide, ma'am. Okay. Now this is personal involvement, communication knowledge approaches for an ordinary course of practice. You are given a brand name as what? AME, Aircraft Maintenance Engineer, right? What is your role? Or BBA Aviation, or whatever the course you are studying, you're given a role. What is the responsibility? Are you thinking that you are the person you can solve all the problems? Or do you want to approach others every time on your duty? That is very important. So this training is a word used for people to check whether how much percentage of basic knowledge you have acquired in your studies. So for example, simple question, what is a triangle, what is a rectangle, okay, and what is a square? These are all things we learned in school days. But the purpose of that, if it is viewed in terms of a drawing, when you draw it in the classroom, I'm talking about your course, it differs. You say 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional, and of course front and side views or top views. This is a subject matter. But when it comes to practice, you are supposed to have a thinking of looking into a particular object and say that yes, this is of this shape. You will be able to take a pen and paper, pencil and paper, and to draw it. So how do you perceive it? You are perceiving, how do you perceive things? How do you keep it in mind? Of course, how do you express it? It becomes very, very simple work, but it's a practice. Practice makes perfection. Very important line. Please follow. Of course, quality matters because of your own understanding of the subject, the way you share your things and learning in the course of time. Ma'am, next slide, ma'am. Fine. So here, I think, ma'am, is it any disturbance in the slide? Is it fully viewed? No? Any disturbance of the title part, etc., overlapping words? No problem. Because I can view it. It's not a full slide. Fine. Anyway, ma'am, I'll continue. Right. So there is a word given in the, again, you come to the 4th line or 6th line. It is the concurrent methodology would include design for manufacturing, design for reliability, design for maintainability, and design for assembly, design for environment, design for safety, design for economics. And students, please understand, you should not have any kind of inferiority complex in your mind. Please understand, when you studying, the course is more important. You learn everything. When you are ready to work, you have the knowledge, but are you looking into that particular work as its safety purpose? As for environmental related conditions, how much care you take to ensure the environment is not being safe, for example, polluted. Like this, it will go. Of course, being economic is very important, because normally your helicopter and aircraft of India, which has been not produced, very few productions happens in, as you all know, HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. But everything we purchase from other country. But mind you, we have immense or abundant resources. We have very good knowledge people available. Only thing is, your idea, thinking should keep on changing, and you have to aim very high, of course, to fly. Okay. Ma'am, next slide, ma'am. Ma'am, one more video, can you play? I think video number 3.
Yes, sir.
Hello, ma'am. Sundar Pichai video is over. Yeah.
This is a great lesson of which
I'm Parker Melson. I'm an aviation maintenance technician. I'm at the Indianapolis hangar base. I have worked at Republic for 1 year. Some jobs are assigned before we come in. We divide up the remaining jobs and just work until everything is completed. Every aircraft will have 2-day inspection. Gaining the knowledge of the aircraft is probably the most challenging aspect. But working with Republic, you have the Embraer 170, 175s, and that aircraft is the only aircraft you're working on. You do specialize in this aircraft. For someone who's considering transitioning to Republic, the opportunity for growth within the company. I have seen several technicians move on to other departments within, even if you start at Indianapolis and you have dreams of moving to another city, that opportunity is there as well. Republic, in a lot of ways, has changed my life for the better. The pay is competitive. My weekend was Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Lots of time with my kids and my wife. We get flight privileges with American, Delta, and United. We can get flights both domestically and internationally. A very competitive benefits package. I think it's just the culture in general. The people we work with really take care of each other. I like to learn from experience, so I will lean on and get to know and have gotten to know several of the more tenured technicians who can assist on the day-to-day operations with their knowledge. And it's just developing good, healthy working relationships. Being able to have a positive impact on my coworkers is what Opportunity Elevated to me means.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Dear students, these purpose of this playing the videos, there are two important things. First and foremost, you should have the feel that you are going to become a very important person in future in terms of professional life as well as personal life. I hope many of you, or almost all of you, have understood what was the conversation or what was the information passed on by the person who is talking about your field of aviation, right? So it is the complete aim such that you pursue study the course, learn, acquire knowledge, acquire skills, and of course you have the two parts in your life, professional life and personal life. So what is the meaning here? The stability what you should have in your life to face professional life in the industry, personal life in your home, with your family and with your friends is very important. So it is just functional for everywhere. And of course, the participation, all these sentences in my slide will be looking like it is almost only for the engineering, work or something for industry. No, these are common. It is final word is educational imperative. The process of realizing you will become a new product tomorrow, correct? After 3 years, presently now you are in joined first year. Your journey starts now. After 3 years, you are completely a new product for your house. Okay, you are wanted by so many people in the industry for the sake of having the knowledge. And how do you make it fulfilled? This is a question. So educational imperative is that you should follow it, and of course have a separate kind. I would say that you would have a separate identity. Your identity is very much important, and everybody wanted an identity. In your own house, you want an identity from your parent point of view, from your relation point of view. You go home tomorrow after 6 months or 1 year, of course, what you wanted. Somebody says, yes, he's doing a course. Okay, AME or BSc or what is aviation, whatever it is. Yeah, what is up to you, man? They'll ask after 2 years. Okay, this job you want to join. Some known relative would have told you, have you seen the paper today? So many jobs available. So the perspective will be completely changing, but for which we should update. And of course, we should know that our own limitations also. By learning, the regular process should continue. Ma'am, next slide, ma'am. Yeah. See, these slides, I will ask ma'am to quickly push off. Students should read. I won't tell. Don't read success stories. You will get only the message. Read failure stories. You will get some idea of get success. Can not fail without its beginning. You cannot be successful and then you go if you feel. See the words. Ma'am, next slide, ma'am. Madam, next slide. Every pain gives a lesson and every lesson changes a person. Thinking is the capital and an enterprise is a way and hard work is the solution. It's understood. Ma'am, next slide, ma'am. You were born with wings. Don't crawl. What is crawling? Baby is crawling. Okay, you understand the meaning? Crawling is baby. Ma'am, previous slide only, just for interaction. I think you've gone for next slide. Previous slide, ma'am. Born with wings, don't crawl. Learn to use them to fly and fly. Not fly and stop, fly and fly. To succeed in your mission, what is your mission now? Joined first year. Just you blink your eyes, 6 months to go, you'll be in second year, whatever the course you have chosen. Of course, regular work will happen. Your professors, top to bottom, will see that you are equipped with so many bundles of knowledge. You must have single-minded devotion on your goal. Ma'am, next slide, ma'am. Great dreams of great dreamers are always transcended. TRANSCENDED. Can any student quickly say this word transcended somewhere? You strikes your mind. Have you seen anywhere any kind of say equipment or a tool something? Can chat box quickly this word transcend? Okay. Anybody want to type in the chat box what is this transcend? You have seen something? Okay, leave it to you. It's a quiz for you. Find out where you have seen this word transcend. Transcend. Okay. The essence of happy life and peaceful society lies in one sentence. What can I give? You learn something. What will you give to the society? Or as you, it's your work actually. Confidence and hard work is the best medicine to kill the disease called failure. Very, very important sentence. It's so simple. Confidence and hard work is the best medicine to kill the disease called failure. It will make you a successful person. Fine. Ma'am, next slide. Man needs difficulties because to enjoy the what is going to enjoy success that they need to. If you are successful, you will enjoy. But next day, what do? You will face some difficulties. So you need to have regular difficulties of problems to solve it and be successful and enjoy it again. Then life is a difficult game. You can win it only by retaining your birthright to be a person. Why am I here? What is my purpose of learning the subject or the course? I should think over and I have to come with a purpose. Then thinking should become your capital asset. See, your subject knowledge is your asset. You can have lakhs of rupees of money. It is not called your asset actually. Okay. Oh, one person, Divya, money given transcend means overstep or surpass. Very good answer. Thank you, Divya. I asked one more question in that. Have you seen this word in any of the, it's like a quiz, but still I'll give a tips. Any of the tool or your capital asset. What is your capital asset? Thinking. Nobody can grab your knowledge. You acquire knowledge for 3 years in NGI, that is NCAS. Your training is so, packed training. Nobody can grab your knowledge. You will be the best person out there. Rest assured that your parents, tell your parents that after 3 years, whom or what you're going to be, who are you, will be in a different, question mark, certainly 100% perfection with all your knowledge acquired to a different level. Fine, ma'am, next one. Next slide. Is it over? One more slide is there. Yeah, there are a number of women who have brought, I have put that, points dot about immense changes in the society. Why I use this word? Equally, men and women are challengeable. Is it clear? Everybody is facing the challenges. Lots of women, our students, joint courses will have come with a lot of successful things. So they also bring a lot of changes in the society. I just want to emphasize that. And look at the sky. We are not alone. There are number of people. There are scores of people with us. The whole universe is friendly to us and conspires only to give the best. What is conspiration? You are talking to your teacher. Teacher gives some suggestions. On the go, over a tea also we'll discuss. Teacher will be talking about, yesterday I have seen and read in a paper some technology news such that in Coimbatore or nearby area, another airport is going to come. What is the thought process in that? Can you just Google and check it 5 years before what was the traffic of your aircraft? I'm talking about aircraft traffic. That means number of aircraft flying in a day. I'm talking about our own country. 5 years before, and now you check it. So every matter what you gather with your teachers in the classroom, in common public places is important. And please conspire. That will give the best. And those who dream and work, you will have to dream as APJ, the best person. I mean, the most, respected person in the world, I would say, Dr. APJ said, you have to dream. Yes, almost 80% of your day is spent in some form of communication. I'm sorry, before this, madam, as it is, no problem. Slide is correct. Any one student can type that before this slide, all those points. Who has told those words? Before this slide, all those different types, who has told? And very, very important person has told all those words. Not this slide, before that. You have wings, you have to fly, you have to dream about. Anybody can type in the chat box? Those are golden words. Coined by whom? Okay, again I leave it for you as a quiz. These are the words, all these words, whatever before the, now ma'am is displaying this slide. Who is the person coined these words? Very good, Hariharan. Very thankful to you. Very good, Rajalakshmi. Very good, Shazman, Samiha. Okay, all dear students, very good, Abdul Kalam sir. Fine. Ma'am, we'll go to next one. Thank you so much. Thank you. So all the golden words, you have plenty of things you can Google and check it. So almost 80% of your day is spent in some form of communication. You agree? I would say my own students as sir and madam, please understand, sir and madam, morning you get up till evening, okay? You will be spending 80% of your day in some form of communication. It's talking to others. Your parent, your friends, your teachers, your official work, whatever it is. So communication skills ranked as the it is second most desired option for anybody's professional as well as personal life nowadays. Previously, the personal life has taken is a different form. That means if I'm out of my work, my house, I go to a job, my job place is a priority, is it not? So until I finish my job and go back to home, I'll be completely caring about my own job work, place. It's fine. But communication, it is so important that how do you communicate? It has become the second important work. First of all, how much you are wanted for the work is first question. You are as a person. Second thing, how do you communicate? All over the world, any industry you check up for that. Of course, better communication leads to better results. No doubt. You will have to express. You are sitting here in Coimbatore. After 1.5 years or second year, when you gain some knowledge in the subject, you want to check in some Google, some information given some other college in North India or some places, even foreign countries. Okay, professors will tell you there is some program happening. Can you go and present yourself? Present a paper about your subject knowledge, what you have learned. How do you perceive it? First and foremost thing you have to ask, sir, how do you do this? Certainly your teachers will help you to the beginning to the end. But are you ready to do that work? Go forward. That's it. So companies with effective communication had 47% higher returns to shareholders. This word, I'm not talking about the business. I'm talking about the students' ability. So 47% of those companies have gained, I would say, as an output total, in terms of money also, the name and fame, which has been a part of the work of the worker. Tomorrow you and me are going to work. So that becomes a part. Fine. Ma'am, I hope last slide is that. Next one. Is it over, I believe?
Yes, sir.
Quickly.
One more slide is there, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Intention, message, person, activate, clarity, transform. Students, I'm again repeating, it's just an interactive session. I can interact with you not only today, anytime, as Professor Singarwal sir knows it. And a call, I'll be there in your class to meet all of you. We have developed such a, kind of, work atmosphere all these years. Intention, what is your intention? You can take a snapshot and think. It's all common words, nothing technical. Message, what is your message for today? Person, what kind of person you are? In the sense, what are you going to do? Activate. Are you active first of all? Will you be able to activate others in the sense of doing some good things? Clarity. how clarity you have to express. I'm very clear on these matters, how prepared earlier. In the sense, you're going to find out subject knowledge, share with people, transform. Transformation is what? What is a transformer in electrical engineering or electrical field? It's a transformer in every street. You can find out what it does actually. The form of electrical energy which is into your house, transformation. What are you going to transform in your life? So these are very simple things. Madam, next slide, ma'am. Hope it is 12:33 and I just want to find out.
Slide is left. This left out, sir.
Fine, ma'am. Thank you. Ma'am, any video left out? APJ video is not required. I think all videos are over. Any video left out?
I think one more video is there, sir.
Please, I just forgot the title. You can play it if available. Otherwise, also we can go for question. Any students want? Transcend named in the products of external hard disk. Very good. Bharani Shri. Excellent answer. I am thankful to Bharani Shri. Transcend named in the product of external hard disk.
Sir, yes, sir. Great lesson.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Bharani Shri. Very good answer. Aircraft engineer is.
Hi, my name is Rhiannon. I'm 17 years old. I go to Marcelin College and I'm here to find out how to become an aircraft engineer.
Aircraft engineering involves the maintenance and servicing of all parts of an aircraft. Rhiannon is going to be spending a couple of days here at Air New Zealand Engineering Services.
Naturally, you can imagine we can't stop on a cloud, get out and fix something or change something. We don't fly with a toolkit. So it has to be right first time and every time. You must be Rhiannon.
You must be Calvin.
Well,
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Let's go. Okay, Rhiannon, we need to get some overalls for you today. So head into there, put some overalls on, and we'll see you in a minute.
Alrighty.
The engineering crew is awaiting a 747 that has just touched down. It needs a full service plus the swapping of 2 engines as part of routine servicing. To maintain the flight schedule, it can only spend 34 hours in the hangar, but in that time, it'll receive 800 work hours of servicing.
My biggest buzz in this industry is actually achieving repairs under time constraints, making sure that airplane gets out of the hangar on time so that the flying public can get to their holidays. Also the challenges of doing some of the work. Some of it's quite technical and you have to really think about what you're doing. You have to understand your product very well. And I find that quite a challenge at times, and I enjoy that challenge. Rhiannon, this is a RB211 G-series engine. Yeah. This is the engine that powers our 747 that you see, that you're going to do involved on the engine change today. Basically, you can imagine it like a big vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Sucks in air through the front here.
Yeah.
And about the middle, it gets fuel put into it and it combusts, and then it spits out air out the back. Now, this is the back end of the engine. This is the hot section, or the hot end. Oh, and yes. That's the turbine that you see in there. That gets extremely hot. All the wavy bits that you see is a mixer, and it mixes the hot air from the engine with cold air from the outside.
And what does that do?
It makes it quiet.
Oh,
so we don't keep people awake at night.
The engine has been unbolted and is ready to be lowered. And Rhiannon's going to lend a hand.
Oh, let's run it down for us. Go to the half, and then another half.
It weighs about 5 tons and is worth $5 million, but no pressure, Rhiannon.
Working to time limits and pressures. The guys will group together, they'll work things out, and they'll get the aircraft out.
Just tell me when to stop.
Keep going. That's it.
Oh, I felt involved, yeah. No, it felt really good. It was fun.
After a replacement engine has been fitted, the engineers must start it up and run it on the tarmac to ensure all is well. Rhiannon can't do that, but she can do the next best thing in a flight simulator. Our captain will be Bino TC. This is one of 7 simulators at Air New Zealand and is worth $17 million.
We're now going to start the engine. Mission start. And we're going to move the lever into this start position.
What kind of things could go wrong?
Well, we could have an engine fire. So, Beno, do you think you could set that up for us?
Here goes fire number 2. And Brianna, if you could cancel the master warning, please.
Then I take this off.
Release the fire push button and fire 1 bottle into it. Yes, number 1. That's fine. Excellent.
Cool.
Another role of the engineers is to test and maintain the onboard safety equipment such as life rafts and emergency evacuation slides.
Yeah.
We encourage trainees to join the airline. We have a training area, a training department, which looks after and coaches people through the industry. Inside our own industry in the airline here, you can move from a tradesperson through to a team leader. There's opportunities to do courses. You can take those skills and also export them overseas. There are a number of airlines around the world and maintenance organisations which rely on qualified staff. So the world could be your oyster.
Oh, hello. Hi, I'm Rhiannon. I'm Raleen. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. So what's so enticing about it? You know, what makes you want to do it?
It's different, you know. It's because I wasn't a very mechanically minded person, and I thought, you know, getting out there and working on, you know, engines and all this stuff, you know, it probably helped me a bit.
Yeah.
So it's something really new. What girls don't normally do this sort of thing.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I thought, you know, just go out there and learn something about what boys do out there. So
yeah. So what's it like working in an industry that's predominantly male?
It's fine. There's, you know, it's I don't find anything wrong with it, or, you know, there's nothing hard about it.
Yeah.
You just work like you're working at any other workplace. You go there, you learn, you apply what you learn, and you learn, you know, you're good at it at the end of the day. So you're learning something new every day when you come in here.
Yeah. Aircrafts are a whole different they're a whole different machine. They're different to cars or a motorbike, and it's more important to get it running right and everything like that, because and if something goes wrong, you know, it's back on the engineer.
Well, Rhiannon showed some really good qualities that we would like to see in an aircraft engineer. She's very enthusiastic. She certainly joined the team of guys on the engine change and got involved. She wasn't afraid to get her hands dirty, so they're all good things. And she has a mind.
Ma'am, hope we can stop this video. I just want a purpose to share to the students. We can stop this video, ma'am.
Stop, sir.
Yeah. Ma'am, if time permits, you can put ABJ video. Otherwise, we'll go for quick question and answer. Anything you wanted to ask.
I'll play now.
If any questions, I can answer. Otherwise, if time permits, you can go for a video.
Sir, this is a great lesson which no university taught me, no book taught me, but that one person, that institution taught me such a big lesson. So I thought of sharing with you how to manage success, most importantly the failure. I have repeated a number of times, I don't mind repeating that one incident. That incident for me is a university education. I have not read anywhere. I have so far, I have gone around the orbit 71 times around the sun. I have not gone through any education, such a beautiful education I got in 1979, 1980 period. I thought of sharing with you on this occasion. It is like this, 1979, August 17th, we were ready for launch of a satellite launch vehicle with 44 subsystem and thousands of components. It was built in Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, and at that time, Professor Satish Dhawan was the chairman, Atomic Energy Space Commission, and he is also Space Center. And he gave me the task in 1973 to build a satellite launch vehicle, to put a satellite in the orbit. 1973, he gave me this task. In 79, we were ready. Thousands of engineers, 10,000s of workers and staff, they all worked together. Then we moved the satellite launch vehicle from Vikram Sarabhai Space Center to the now Satish Dhawan Space Center at Sriharikota. So the launch vehicle was in the launch pad, and the day 17th August 1979, and I am the mission director, project director, and we are all in the control center, and computer takes over up T minus 8 minutes. Computer will take over. It was very difficult for me as a mission director to check hundreds of parameters. So it has been checked. Computer, we hand over the whole launch of the rocket system to the computer. So when T minus 8 minutes came, I handed over to the computer for the launch on 17th August 1979. And thousands of people are waiting for the launch mission centers, and they are working throughout the country, and some downrange stations. Exactly at T minus 8 minutes, computer took over. And then at T minus 4 minutes, computer put a hold. It says don't launch. So we were all, because at that time the whole rocket system was alive, and every explosive system, propellant system, electronic system, all are on, ready to launch. Computer says don't launch. At T minus 4 minutes, then immediately a computer printout comes out. There's some problem in the second stage control system. There's a leakage, so you don't launch. Behind me, there are a number of experts, 6-7 experts, my experienced people. I turn to them, and they are their computers to find out what happened, and they tell me within the system, and we cannot launch. Computer says, but we believe as experts, the igniter, that is oxidizer, computer, to shut off the computer, I'm responsible for it.
Ma'am, hope video is over, ma'am. Fine, no problem. Hello? Ma'am, video is not playing, it's fine, no problem, madam. Ma'am, if the video is not playing, no problem. We can leave it, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Audible.
Okay, sir. The video is fine, sir. It is almost.
With me, 5,000 people have worked, but Chairman, Indian Space Research Organization, He took the responsibility of the failure. He completely switched my failure to his failure. This is the leadership quality. Exactly after 1 year, that is 18th July 1980, we go to the launch pad and the countdown starts. T-8 minutes I hand over to the computer. Computer checks out. First stage, it initiates the rocket system. First stage gives the required velocity. Second stage gives the required velocity. Third stage gives the required velocity. And fourth stage required the escape velocity for the put the satellite in the orbit. I am seeing in front of me what is the performance taking place. I took the microscope. I put the mic. I announced all the station. Here is your mission director. The satellite is in the orbit, and we congratulate you. I told them. Now that's not the important. That's one of the important things happened. But after 30 minutes, Vikram and Satish Dhawan called me. Go for press conference. You conduct the press conference, he said. Can you see the significance? Failure, he took it. Success, he gave me to my team. It is a great lesson. It's a great lesson.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for playing all these videos, because at times it's difficult that we have to access all this. Fine, dear students, I hope you have at least some point of take-home information on this day, and I am very happy that being part of this session. Any questions available, quickly you can put in chat box, or as I told earlier, any point of time I can meet your professor, sir, Singhavelu sir, or Dean sir, and help you for any future help regarding complete your academic or other work. Okay. Thank you so much. Any questions you can post in the chat box, or ma'am, sir, I think you can.
Sir, 1 second, sir. My apologies, okay, sir. Actually, yeah, here we had some network issues, so 2 times I lost the connection, sir.
No,
and
no
okay, sir. Immediately I changed the slide, sir. But in my laptop, the next slide I can see the next slide, but in others it took 5 to 6 seconds to change, sir. That's why it's a problem.
Not a problem.
Sorry, sir. Sorry for the inconvenience, sir.
Right.
Okay.
Dear students, if anybody is having any questions, you can ask in the chat box. Otherwise, sir, we will call them one day for a direct session, and sir will give and explain everything very well.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Okay. Right.
Sir, thank you very much, sir. Senthilkumar, sir, very well. You have given a very good, wonderful session, and every student all have enjoyed, and your PPTs and all the videos what you have shown is very, very interesting, and everyone, it was very useful to the students. And our special request, sir, once our direct classes starts, we will have one direct session, sir.
Okay. Sure, sir. True, sir. 100% I will visit, sir, and I want to meet all our dear students. Sir, thank you so much, sir. Madam,
thank you ma'am for your valuable time and sharing the very good the subject flying high. Very good, sir. Yes. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, as a memento, as a gratitude, on behalf of our NGI and NCAI